Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, gang? Just got a brand new cold air intake that we're fixing to install on the Civic. Oh, fudge. The kid that gave me the car, I bought the car off of, he took his air filter for some reason. So right now, I'm trying to get this clip off and it's broke, so it's being really annoying. There we go. Okay, so now I got all the wires off and the intake hoses are still on there. Take the hose clamp off. The stock intake is already off. Now, I'm gonna just take it to jump. Get that shit out of there. We got the filter, the tubes, and the new clamps and everything, and the air intake temperature sensor. Alright, so I'm gonna open this bag. This bag comes with all these clamps that you need to clamp this junk together. So that was right there. Came with multiple ones and they're already fucking scratched up. Whatever this is, some brackets of some sort. I don't know, I'm gonna set these under here on the ground. And then we have our, I believe these would be like return tubes and a little rubber garment so you don't scratch this junk up on your bumper, because it is a cold air intake. So we got a little T splitter. We got some bolts and nuts. And I honestly have no clue what this goes to. I got the first hose on. You got your air intake temperature sensor and those two hoses that I haven't connected yet, but I'll get to them in a second. And then it came with this little rubber garment thingy that I put around this little circle hole so it doesn't scratch the pop all the way up. But as you guys can tell, this pop is pretty scratched up already. But it's pretty cheap and I've been bangling it everywhere and mangling it. So I'm gonna just try to fit this little gasket in, a little piece in here, and see what happens. All right, so I got these little pieces on there. I had to cut it a little bit to make it work, and they were super annoying. So if they fall off, they fall off, and I'm about to put this junk on there. And I gotta figure out how to squeeze this filter on underneath the car, which I think I can get it up underneath there whenever I get everything put on, hopefully. But anyway, I'll give you guys an update once I get this tube on and adjusted. All right, so that's what it's gonna look like. Now I just gotta tighten these little clamps on here and put the filter on and tighten these up and put the hoses on, and we should be good. Okay, so got all the hose clamps tightened up. As you can see, need to put the tubes on and air intake temperature sensor. I got these two hose clamps tightened up, and this piece goes down there into the bottom, which I did the best I could with those little rubber pieces. They were pretty annoying. And then I had to take this little rubber piece that goes to the fender that held it up there. I just took it off, and the intake sits right here, right in front of my tire, right underneath my headlight. So you can't even see it which makes it clean. So we get a full cold air intake, baby. Heck yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. And all I gotta do is put the little, you know what? We need to get new bumper screws because that's what's holding them in. We don't got anything on the bottom. And I need to reconnect the fender flares. But these little like things, bumper ties, whatever you want to call them. Oh, they're so good. Just look at that. Now, the fitment looks pretty good. And once I get those fender flares on there, ooh, it look clean. And the air filter is underneath there. So I'm gonna grab some of these tubes and figure out where the hell they go. And we're gonna put them on there and start her up and see what she happens or what she does. And I think, cause I got this one going right here like that, to wherever the hell that is. I think this little filter right here was like a vent, and they replaced the filter and they blocked the tube off. So if I'm not mistaken, this tube should go from here to this little filter right here. But since they had that filter on there, I kind of like the way it looks. So I'm gonna just leave this tube off of here, and it shouldn't really make much of a difference. And I'm going to, I think I need to replace the sensor. Either that or I need to rewire the harness plug for it because it's a bit iffy. I had to retape it and everything, and I need to make sure that's a good plug and got it out of the junkyard and all that. I need to make sure the plug's good, and if the plug is still good, I need to replace this little sensor. But anyway, it just forces down into here. Just like that. Okay, let me give it a little twist. Push and twist. And now I'm just gonna start it and see what happens. Last time I started the car, we fiddled with the distributor and the timing because it was running kind of like it had low on timing or something. But I'm also thinking it could be the sensor. So, because I was getting OEM 1 codes on the dash telling me that it was my temperature sensor. And I believe it was my downstream oxygen sensor, which doesn't affect the way the car runs because it's a downstream sensor. It just measures your catalytic converter usage, and I don't have a catalytic converter. So, it's not useless or useful to me to change that sensor. And I'll just let's see what she does. She still has a little rod knock, but can't do nothing about it. Just have to leave it the way it is. I'm gonna engine swap it eventually. Hell yeah. It's 100% sucking air, you can hear it.